Hello people and welcome to day 2 of my week-long Halloween review. Today I'm going to be talking about the 80s classic and cult film Child's Play. Child's Play was made in 1988 and it's again classic 80s horror like yesterday. And it stars Catherine Hicks and Chris Sarandon, and Chucky the doll is voiced by Brad Dourif. Also Alex Vincent plays Andy, the little boy. It's basically about this serial killer called Charles Lee Ray, who gets gunned down in a toy shop, and just before he dies, he uses voodoo magic to transfer his soul into a good guy doll. This little boy called Andy, who is obsessed with good guys, they're on television all the time, and they've just released these dolls, and he really wants one, but his mum can't really afford one, so her friend Maggie, who is makes Andy is made call her Aunt Maggie because I don't know about that. But she tells the mum that a back street seller has one of the good guy dolls, and so she buys it for cheap and gives it to Andy for his birthday. The doll's a bit creepy anyway. Like, it's one of those, I don't trust those sort of dolls anyway, and especially after seeing this film. There's no dolls in this house at all. My friend across the road has used to be terrified of Chucky, and she has this sort of house where to go upstairs you have to walk out towards the front door, and her dad was on the landing of the stairs and he tied a string around one of her dolls and hung it down over the banisters. So as she was walking out to the stairs, she saw all these dolls coming at her and she got the fright of her life after seeing Chucky. So yeah, just thought I'd throw that in. So one night the mother has to work late and Aunt Maggie has to mind Andy, and so she sends him to bed, and she notices that Chucky, the good guy doll, is still sitting in front of the telly watching the news, and she thinks it's a bit weird. And then you see like the little pitter patter of feet going along the ground, and you know it's Chucky at this stage. And she basically gets thrown out a window and killed. And so there's a series of murders in it, and the police are trying to figure it out. And it all centres around Andy and the mother, because obviously the doll can't get away from Andy. And so the police think that it's the mother going crazy and Andy's going insane, so they try to separate the mother and the child. Child's Play is directed by Tom Holland, and again, like I said yesterday, it's very 80s horror, and so, but it's a cult classic, like a huge sort of cult following has gone along on the Child's Play series, and eventually they just stopped calling it Child's Play and started calling it Chucky. They're remaking Child's Play. I'm not sure if Brad Dourif is going to voice Chucky, but I'm sure it'll be good anyway, although you can't really beat or tamper with the classic, to be honest. But hopefully it'll be very good. I'll go to see it anyway, and I'll probably let you know if I think it's crap or not. I think the scariest bit in the film for me would be when Chucky comes to life for the first time. It's the first time you actually see him coming to life. Most of you probably won't think that's scary, but at the time, like when you first see it, you're sort of, if you consider, if you take the whole movie into account, it is sort of the scariest bit of the film. I'm going to leave it there for today, and I will see you tomorrow. To be honest, I actually forgot about this today. It was only I was watching Most Haunted, and I was like, oh, shit, I'm supposed to do a review. So I have loads of goodies here, my Pringles and Coke and stuff like that. So I'm going to get back to that, and you have a good night now.